We're back with the last series of the day, the last decision in the group stage. 5 days, Remo. We've been here 5 days and we know everything. But who's the last player in the playoffs and who's the last player to go home from the group stage? It's a rematch once again. It's a Korean derby between two former roommates and good friends. It is Night Elf versus Human. It's the rematch of LawLiet and Chaemiko.
Only one can make it through to the top 8. We're gonna have to say goodbye to one of them. And this is only, by the way, gonna be the third Korean. We only have 2 Koreans so far in the top 8. We're gonna have another one joining. Mikael and Moon made it through. Lin failed. Sok failed. Focus failed. It is China looking a little bit ahead of the Koreans here so far. We have 5 Chinese and 3 Koreans in. No Europeans this time, unfortunately, as we pointed out. But now one more from South Korea. This was a great series earlier when we saw it in the upper bracket. And I hope we're going to have a similar one once again.
Indeed. Little bit of inside knowledge here, by the way, before we go into this game. In the past couple of days, Chaemiko was living at LawLiet's place, as there was a spare room. And Chaemiko said, okay, it's going to be good, man. I'm going to live with you, play my games from your place. This is why his room looked so clean last time we saw him compared to the early interviews. But prior to this match, he said, dude, for this match, it's so important, have to play it from home. So he moved out, basically, and they're separated again. Will this help Chaemiko to get the edge? It was so close in the winner bracket semi-final. Of course, Chaemiko got the def win over Blade, who decided to not show up. And LawLiet had a fierce fight with the weaker end against WFZ in the winner bracket. Our maps are Terranas Stand, Northern Isles, Last Refuge.
LawLiet banning Echo Isles and Concealed Hill. Some fairly small maps. Chaemiko gets rid of Turtle Rock and Amazonia, leaving us indeed with LRTS and Northern Isles. And I must say, these maps, I kind of like them for LawLiet. I feel like more and more the way this matchup is developing, what Night Elf wants to go for is triple hero. I mentioned this before already in the last couple of casts. Keeper, Naga, Demon seems to be the best way to go. Keeper early to apply pressure and to force some kills, claim some map control. The Naga follow-up on tier 2 to emphasize that even more. And perhaps, most importantly, to dissuade the Human from playing Blood Mage. Whenever there is a good Blood Mage target on the enemy side, Human wants to go Blood Mage nowadays. That hero looks so strong. It's good against Panda, it's good against Demon, it's good against Beastmaster, but against Keeper Naga, it's not that good. That is the way that LawLiet was able to get his wins. When he played the tri-hero combo with Keeper, Naga, once Demon Hunter, once Pitlord. But Pitlord had some trouble as well there in that game on Last Refuge. Night Elves for the longest time were playing dual hero only, but I feel like LawLiet and other top Night Elves are showing the way with triple hero.
I think so too. Talked with LawLiet before, and he said, man, I watched Moon versus Infi, and Moon is not up to standards these days. There was outdated strategies. He needs to copy me more, basically. In a very nice and respectful way, of course. But yeah, it's oftentimes LawLiet who paves the way, who invents strategies and creep routes. And then it's someone else who does a better execution with it. Is it his tournament, maybe? It's gonna be a tough battle. Whoever wins here is gonna face Infi in the quarterfinal. A rematch, possibly, of last year's semifinal, or last edition semifinal, the Summer Games. It was LawLiet with the 2-3 against Infi there. Or is it LawLiet dropping in the group stage? This has barely ever happened.
To keep our chances alive of the prophecy being fulfilled and a Night Elf taking first place, it would be more likely if LawLiet does it. And he showed against Chaemiko that he seems to, be driving the meta. Seems to have the answers. But the cool thing is, of course, Chaemiko will have had plenty of time to learn from these games. And if there's any need for proof that that can be a big benefit, it was from Foggy. Foggy got kind of destroyed in the upper bracket, but then came in way stronger from the lower bracket. Normally, you learn from losses way more than you learn from wins. So maybe that is something that speaks in favor of Chaemiko.
Look
Maps
at
are a
this.
little bit different today.
Look at this fine man on the right. Okay, first we got Chaemiko. The beard is off. The strength is back. But look at this fine man wearing the best t-shirt in WGL history. Definitely a fan favorite. Doesn't matter where you are. I hope for him that this can be his lucky charm. We start this series, the last series of the group stage, on Terranos Stand.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get settled in. This could be a wonderful series between the two. Their first match in this group was amazing. Let's hope we get another one like this. The maps are actually the same. We are starting off on Terranos Stand. Once again, MK versus Warden is what we are expecting. Are we gonna be surprised? No.
Okay, Warden it is. No big surprise here yet. It is a little bit of the question, who's gonna get a staff? Will someone staff over? Can Chaemiko prevent the Warden as much as Infi did against Moon? Can the Warden unfold? Can the Warden jump into the expansion? How will that be defended? We're gonna see Zeppelins. Will it be the tri-hero combo of Chaemiko against the tri-hero combo of LawLiet? This is gonna be a wild, wild series for sure. These guys know each other inside out.
If you play the Warden on the top level, you have to have a very strong game plan in mind. Not just when to harass and when to fight, but also creep route. Insanely important. We saw Moon trying his hand at the Warden against Infi, and as great and phenomenal as Moon is, he was not very well prepared with the Warden, to be perfectly honest. Against Infi here on TS, he had very little chance, but LawLiet, he is the master of the Warden. He's the best in the world. It's always amazing to see how he plays her against the creeps and against the opponent. We're gonna have an early Shadow Priest here. Is the creep perfect by LawLiet? We expect it to be, and it is.
Slippers plus mana potion for the Mountain King again, and Invo potion on the Warden. Okay, the mana potion enabled Infi to keep the Warden low for Moon. Is this gonna be the same? Second item, little bit of HP. The Warden is by no means weak, especially the Invo potion during the Echo Harass phases can give him a lot. I think he found that in the Winter Bracket semifinal as well and burned through it very early on. Not worth that time, but maybe he learned from that.
Yeah, momentum extremely important in this matchup. Getting off to a good start, so oftentimes it's very worth it to use these items early to either keep your economy safe or to harass the enemy economy. Warden creeping up the merchant here very quickly. This is something that Moon decided not to do, but rather creep the greens in the middle, and that was a lot slower than we would ideally like to see the Warden because she wants to get to level 3 fast. Didn't choose the blink yet, but I imagine she will, even using a bit of mana on the fan to fasten up the creeping, as these timings are so crisp and so important.
Yeah, absolutely. You can't slip once. You can't give your enemy an advantage at all. And if that means you have to use a little bit more mana, then so be it. Tech is on the way. Expo is on the way. I was very, very sure that LawLiet is following this up. No. Okay, LawLiet has a staff. No level 3 yet. Wisp on the left-hand side. Could staff onto it, but LawLiet decides to walk.
Yeah, if the MK staffs across the map, the LawLiet can follow up with her own staff back home, or just go for the economy harass. Pretty passive game by Chaemiko so far. Not looking to be aggressive at all, and beautiful creeping by LawLiet. He is now level 3 with the Warden, but getting greeted by this waiting Mountain King. Blink fan into the peasants. One is gonna go down. Nice tower positioning though. Good ways of keeping these peasants safe.
Yeah,
so far, not too much.
Last time LawLiet wasn't level 3, so this creep route this time, he's not that greedy as Night Elves were before to skip that second engine of war. He wants to make damn sure he gets level 3, dodges the bolt with the blink. Is of course mana invested when you don't really want to. You want to dash out as much damage as possible. But here's another blink, and that is another fan. Once the cooldown is off, Chaemiko, very quick reaction with it, and he's keeping that worker safe. LawLiet unwilling to use the staff in the middle of everything when the Stormbolt is close, so he blinks away and making sure that this Warden survives. Ring of Protection for her. Sells it.
Just beautiful base build by Chaemiko. Because of the way that the expansion and the towers are placed there, and of course the peasant micro, only a single peasant falls. That is crazy. Against the harassing level 3 Warden, normally way more would be going down, but here he kept them very safe, and oh my god, that is double big mana potion for the Mountain King.
Yeah. By the way, LawLiet level 2 blink. No level 2 fan, so he was able to blink that much because of this, and he will have... There was a little bit of distraction that caused some time off of Chaemiko and a couple of resources as well, and it was relatively cheap for LawLiet. Another addition to the Night Elf builds from him. We do have level 2, we do have lores, we do have a Pendant of Energy, but yeah, the 2 mana potions are insane.
Could have been a little scary for LawLiet if the MK was to move across the map and suddenly he only has level 1 Fan of Knives, but the MK, Chaemiko playing him very, very passive. But now that he has double mana potion, there's a lot of aggressive potential. Is he gonna flick the switch right here? He's going towards the Ancient of War. Night Elves love creeping the lab here. You should always try to punish this one. Ooh, ships passing in the night.
Whoa, okay, he knows now. Will he turn around or focus on his own progress? Footman scouting. Shredder is here. Creeping will be relatively fast. And the Warden will rise up to level 4. Oh, MK is here. Little bit too late. Zombie Mask for the Warden. But this is quite a nice ambush for Chaemiko. How much mana is he willing to invest? I would guess a lot because of the 2 potions. The Shredder is really hurt. Warden has to go for the TP. Gets the Shredder out. And the big item as well. And level 4. So it wasn't the perfect creep, but it was a good creep. And it was a great reward with the Shredder and the Zombie Mask. And this is also time where Chaemiko is not able to punish the tier 2 expansion.
So, Zeppelin and Alchemist second. We've been seeing that a lot from the humans. Fly over to the enemy natural, use the heal spray over and over, and delay the expansion by a ton. This has great upside. This slows down the Night Elf very effectively. The strongest weapon of the Warden, the Fan of Knights, with that seems to be countered fairly well. What is LawLiet's answer to that? He's got lots of piercing damage. He can threaten this.
Oh, he's so ready. He knew this would be coming at that very moment. So there's nothing left but creep the middle. Blink it! Almost the steal. But the Mountain King got it.
It's also Regen Scroll running there for Chaemiko. Nicely done. Fast tier 3. What's he gonna do with that? Nowadays, it is very fashionable to go mass air. Mass tanks no longer so desired. But Chaemiko doesn't have a Shredder. LawLiet got that one, and Chaemiko wasn't able to get the one from his lab.
Buckle up, friends. This is gonna be wild. We see more attack upgrades for tanks, rifle, mortars. Warden at the moment. Oh, that was... What? That was a steal, right?
I think so.
I think so too. MK flat level 4. Yeah, still waiting for the main base. Is it gonna be Knights Mortars? LawLiet going kinda heavy into Dryads to be able to creep more. And very late second hero, if ever. Sanctum it is. Blood Mage second.
I think he felt it might have been too late for the Alchemist. He couldn't go for that Expo cancel anymore, but he could still go Alchemist third as the Warden continues to creep. Dryads are pretty good against Knights. Very bad against mortar teams and rifles. So it's important to get the right army mix. And finally the Shredder for Chaemiko, but that one does feel a little late.
One of the wind. That's a nice item for sure. And a little bit more experience stone. LawLiet is putting a lot of pressure onto the Mountain King. Blink doesn't work. What was that? Blood Mage is here. Hello. Level 5.
Maybe that was a bash, or did he cancel it himself? I'm not sure. Invul Potion used.
Big commitment. Once the Zeppelin gone, ideally... Zeppelin is gone.
MK out of mana currently, but there's the big mana potion. LawLiet. He must have checked for this.
Yeah, this doesn't go as planned, I think, for the Night Elf. Double workshop.
Workshop.
We're going back to tanks.
I think so. Warden now level 5 can start harassing the economy very well. This is where we oftentimes then see the second hero Panda coming in.
There's a new building. Okay. He has had enough of the Zeppelins. Belt of Giant Strength, not too great for the Warden for sure. Paladin, no Alchemist. Chaemiko had close to 3,000 gold, but... Wait, he never finished the workshops.
Oh, he didn't power build them, and that costs him dearly right now. This delays everything by a mile. LawLiet with a wonderful push here. Could even consider blinking into the back of the base there. But he's patient with his Warden.
Yeah, he has only a staff, no anti-magic, no invul. Get a TP now. Wants to do as much damage as possible, soak up more experience, and go away. Chaemiko didn't get the big experience drops at the south and the middle, nor at the right-hand side. And LawLiet feeling good. Second base in the second expansion, the upper right.
Yeah, now that the workshops are cancelled, he's not going to have to worry about tanks for a long time. Blinks in, threatens the peasants. And there is no Zeppelin here this time. Ideally, as human, you would love to have double Zeppelin to keep both bases safe, but that is only doable if you're not under that much pressure. But Chaemiko has been under pressure this whole game.
Very well done so far. The Mountain King has to get a big pickup, but that's not the case at the moment. Warden can blink to the upper right to defend against the Footman. Kinda easy. Except if Chaemiko... But even if he follows these Footmen with his army, like what is his army? He's still having a 3k bank, 42... No way. Okay. Just like that, he cancels it.
Would love to get these Footmen out here without losing them to keep this experience away from the Warden. At the same time, you want to get rid of them at some point, I guess. There's a lot of experience for the Warden right here.
Also for the MK. But that is shared by 3, this one bear. So getting level 3 too is rough. He has to TP out. Feels like LawLiet is in control for the moment. But of course, that is due to the fact that there's just 3k not on the battlefield right now.
No second hero, just solo Warden.
We thought it's outdated. But apparently not. Now the workshops are in. One distraction tank at least. And he's gonna break upkeep soon, but he only at 60 supply.
Warden now with the Invuln. And the Hippogriff. Hippogriffs ready to snipe those Zeppelins, which would be trying to save the peasants. And off we go.
Ooh, that Fan of Knives was a little too late. But 2 hippos really good against this. We have a couple of knights here as well. Oy, that was a big fan, and that's level 6.
Beautiful play. LawLiet playing this Warden pretty much perfectly. Orb of Venom being missing is kind of weird, but I guess he didn't have slots. And I guess he didn't even need it.
Yeah. And that buys so much time for the upper right expansion. How can Chaemiko respond to this? The Warden of LawLiet is in control of this game for now. But there's a weak spot. The weak spot is not much damage against tanks or buildings. Triple heal scroll. Oh, but there's more peasants dying.
Oh, and the Warden is coming back again. MK staffing home to protect his peasants.
Whoa, this is so much damage. Stormbolt was used already. LawLiet face tank this and gets out. There is a movement towards the upper right. That is supposed to be the tank.
Wow. What a game by LawLiet. This is pretty much flawless. Oh, and now he may lose the Avatar of Vengeance. But even if he does, he created so much space already.
And Chaemiko already burned through his 2 big mana potions. They had... one big mana potion, sorry. That one had no impact. And he's responding to this tree very nicely with an Engine of War that he saved to the upper right. That was a little ambitious.
There's a new Zep now. But Hippogriffs could once again take that out pretty quick.
Rifle upgrade. Already the 3rd defense upgrade for LawLiet. Fairy Dragons.
He's about to be 3-3 already.
Yep.
That is ridiculous.
Very greedy below 50 food without that 3rd base, and now he's exploding into supply. And what's the army for Chaemiko? Still. Okay, 70 supply. That looks okay. The gyros don't do much.
I think Chaemiko's gonna be behind by like 5 upgrades or something. Yeah, he's got decent heroes, but the levels aren't crazy.
We got a
No
drop in the north.
MK5, no Blood Mage 3.
Is it just the gyros in the north? I thought for a second there's a tank drop or something, but no. 3 base versus 2. LawLiet is filthy, filthy rich.
Beautiful Warden game by LawLiet. Every time you see this, you just have to be in awe at how perfectly he plays her.
Repair on the Zeppelin, but the Warden is here.
God.
You ain't repairing this, man! An Avatar should be ready in a bit.
Just beautiful. LawLiet has the option to defend his expansion up there. He doesn't even have to.
Well,
honestly, he can afford to let this one go.
He has a big bank. This game doesn't really work too well for Chaemiko, and it feels a little bit like a throwback to 2015 when the Solo Warden was raining terror over the humans.
Amazing game by LawLiet. Maybe the MK a little too passive. He never staffed across and went for the Stormbolt kills. That's usually a big strength on him early on level 3.
Especially
Get
with the
some
2
wisp
mana
kills.
potions.
Yeah, true.
Okie
The size
dokie.
of that Night Elf army.
Yep, it's pretty good. Here's the Warden. Wonder if the Avatar is ready. Fairy Dragons really nice. Heal Scrolls, of course, were very, very good. The Bears don't have the easiest of times with the Mountain King trying his absolute best to turn this around. Bears are basically all falling, but Blood Mage, so much damage, just focused by the world. So is the Paladin. Hammer to the head of the Warden, TP out. Enough damage for that Paladin, maybe. Blink fan survived it.
Is he gonna staff over there and kill all the peasants? That would be a sick play right now.
Oh, he has that mana. Maybe the staff's on cooldown as well. Paladin barely survives. The Expo is almost gone. This is so crazy. The Avatar was ready, yep, but he didn't even need it for the defense.
Chaemiko does stay alive, but it feels like he's holding on to a thread. He's got a supply lead by the tiniest margin, but LawLiet's got plenty of gold.
Yeah. And it's still 1 base advantage, as Chaemiko is barely ever mining from his expansion. It was a good fight though, maybe a little ambitious by LawLiet to not play with the Avatar here. But he knows exactly what he does and how much gold he needs until he can choke his opponent out.
Warden again. Yeah, sharking around, looking for more kills. She found plenty already this game, but I got a feeling she's not satisfied yet.
She never is she? Getting the Avatar kill. Okay, it's almost done. Basically, this ultimate has no downtime except if it gets killed. but you saw the duration rather low. Good save by the Blood Mage here with another staff, but who was that hero fragile?
And it's so expensive every time. These peasants dying over and over. Those 2 hippos to snipe the first Zeppelin. That switched the whole momentum of this game. This is the next answer that the humans have to find. How to deal with these 2 hippos that kill the Zeppelin.
Early gyros, but that's also pretty rough. In the winner bracket semifinal, by the way, this map went to Chaemiko. But this time, that's barely even possible. More spirits, more pressure on the expo, needs to be repaired.
2,000 gold for LawLiet. This is the stage in the game where some night elves love going chimps. And by that I mean chimeras, not monkeys, even if it sounds similar.
Would be so awesome if there would be a special unit that you can unlock with a special key combination. All of a sudden you flood your opponent with monkeys.
You have banana projectiles.
100 supply gorilla rush. Sounds good to me. Maybe with the next DLC, you know.
It's good experience here for Chaemiko. Level 3 Blood Mage is a monumental level up. Oh, item steal, maybe! Not really, though. Oh, wait, did he? Did he just drop the orb, use the item, pick up the orb again? I think he did, right?
Oh, wow. It's so sick.
Oh my god. LawLiet.
Who needs an orb anyway?
Oh, and over to the expansion, more peasant kills.
This multitasking is so good.
It's a rough day for the workforce.
It is a warden to rule them all.
TP to save the avatar.
No.
Oh, doesn't quite work.
Third base established again. Warden getting close to 8. We get MGs. And the main base is about to be dry, I think. Yep, 21-minute mark. Only ready because LawLiet harassed so much.
He could go up to 100. Is that what he wants? Or what's the plan?
2,000 gold. Where else is he supposed to go? Sky is the limit for LawLiet at the moment. Chaemiko trying to expand, but look at this man. He's so broke. He's at 70 gold.
Warden close to level 8. From this point on, the Warden doesn't scale that much anymore. Level 8 is pretty useless. Level 9, I guess. You know, if she gets level 10, okay, I can get on board, but she's hitting a bit of a plateau for now.
Another engine of war, another expansion. Wants to push with the AOW and own the map. Just establish dominance. The Alpha Night Elf.
Double Zeppelin. Chaemiko has had enough of losing peasants this game.
It's too late though, isn't it? 20 supply lead, 2,000 gold lead. About to have level 8.
Oh. Seems like he's gonna get it in no time. That level 1 Shadow Strike, dude. It's gonna be sick.
I'm really worried about this Blood Mage. What just kills with right clicks? This is painful for all the Chaemiko fans out there, obviously. He lets them suffer quite a bit. Still seeing a way out of this.
3k gold for LawLiet. It's so wonderful, his efficiency this game. Here in the late game, of course, with preserving resources, but also early game, his movement, creep route, timings, presence on the map. This is the Warden Masterclass that you have to expect when playing against LawLiet.
Yeah, but it's been quite a while since we saw Warden solo Also with an impact like this. Mountain King dropping low. Everything dropping low, basically. Claps against it. He's getting Holy Lighted. He has an invul potion. Oh yeah, 20 supply.
MG was holding the heal scrolls. He's giving them over to the Warden when her inventory frees up.
What?
Yeah.
Wow, that is so next level. I've never seen this before.
Bears are kind of dying, but so is the human army. LawLiet smashing this fight. GG!
Whoa.
A Warden solo, making it to level 8.
Must be the t-shirt, Remo. Must be the t-shirt. Absolute dominance. Using the MG as a space for heal scrolls. I never even thought about that.
Yeah, that was brilliant, you know? You start off the fight with full inventory, but you pop the anti-magic, then you give the heal scroll over. You use that one, you give the next heal scroll over, you wait for the cooldown. And who needs dual hero? Who needs triple hero when you can just play a Warden like LawLiet can?
Yeah. If a reason to go 2 heroes for LawLiet was, hey, I need more space for items, well, that's solved now. Crazy.
Yeah, it's so hard to deal with 2 base human, possibly playing tanks with a Warden solo. Pretty much nobody can do it outside of LawLiet.
Yeah.
Always in the right spot. Canceling the workshops early, getting level 5 fast, pressuring the peasants, having the answer against the Zeppelin right away with those 2 hippos. And I think those 2 hippos are the late game difference maker.
For once, they're actually really useful, huh?
And that's the upside, I guess, of playing Dragonhawks. You can shackle them very, very quickly, but Dragonhawks only really seem to work if you're playing from ahead, which Chaemiko never was this game. We criticized him earlier. He found double mana potion, never went on the aggression, was always defending back home. Maybe he could have just left footies and mercs at home and walked the MK across the map. We have seen that from other humans. Maybe Chaemiko a little too timid here on map 1.
The claps were always good. This is where the Mountain King shines. But yeah, triple hero never really established. Economy never really flawlessly working or never having a lead there, as you said, with the 3rd base mining for a bit. And then quickly re-established once the main was out. Always the right thing to do. Oh, this MG play. Always new surprises when you see LawLiet play.
And I feel like this may have been the most one-sided game of theirs yet.
Yeah.
The game on Northern Isles was also pretty clearly LawLiet favored, but Chaemiko there in the late game in their first match seemed to still get his foot on the ground fairly well. But here, even when the MK got 5 and Pally Blood Mage got 3-3, somehow it was still clearly LawLiet in the lead. This guy and his Warden.
Yeah.
It's wonderful. It's just such a pleasure to see.
He needs a Camp Knopf t-shirt, I feel. Just him and the Warden hugging or something. Okay, Chaemiko, what's your way back into this series? You lost the map that you initially won. The one map that you initially won.
The games from now on should look very differently. Terranos stand, of course, the Warden's hometown, especially in the hands of LawLiet. Our remaining maps now are Northern Isles and Last Refuge. Not impossible Warden maps, but way harder to pull off. A keeper here, much more likely. Another possibility that was very fashionable until recently is the Beastmaster first, but that one seems to be figured out. That one seems to fall into the trap of Blood Mage, which is one of the strongest weapons of human nowadays. So Keeper, I imagine, should be the first choice, and Keeper, Naga, plus 3rd hero. That is how LawLiet was able to get the wins before. In a matchup where he oftentimes says Nidus has a hard time, LawLiet at the moment doesn't seem to have a hard time.
Well, not yet, at least. If LawLiet comes in prepared, then we can be very, very sure that Chaemiko was preparing for some maps as well. That was the neutral map. We're going into Chaemiko territory now. After having a little break here. As we're loading into the game soon. I believe, Chaemiko. It's been quite a while since he made it. Last time he was eliminated first round by WFZ, and that was wild upset. No one really expected that. The year before, third place in the group stage. Feels bad, man. He had a top 6 run in 2019 summer, but then, yeah, that was a little bit of a gift by Sock in the first round of the playoffs, and then he got demolished by 1-2-0. And since then, LawLiet won tournaments, Focus won NEXT, Sock won AWL, Moon and Lin, of course, no doubt. Chaemiko not really getting that much closer to the top.
Yeah. Is he gonna surprise us here now? He certainly has the caliber to pull it off, but it's gonna be tough to overcome LawLiet. I think he's a pretty good idea of what's to come. The keeper, Naga, is pretty likely, and it's really hard to deal with that pressure. It feels like LawLiet always manages to, first of all, never fall behind early, and very often get ahead early, and then play with that advantage. I feel like that's something we've been seeing a lot of today, in fact, especially from Night Elves. Foggy got ahead earlier against Moon and Echo Isles, never let that advantage go away. And Moon got ahead on Terranas and always ran with that advantage, pulling it through all the way to the end.
Artos would be so proud. We should tell him. After his great predictions during DreamHack, he should definitely know that he has quite some influence on the Warcraft scene, apparently.
Yeah, the race that couldn't go with that advantage earlier seemed to be the Orcs. Xiaokai and Focus both playing Orc, both getting ahead a little bit, but not able to close it out every time. It's of course hard to always perfectly play with the lead that you have and not squander it. But LawLiet so far seems to be doing it. Foggy and Moon were able to do it earlier. Now it's up to Chaemiko to fight his way back.
Yeah, really tough position for him. Facing elimination. So far, every game of the day went full distance. Is that the case here as well? Or will we go home early before going into the playoffs tomorrow? 8 a.m. by the way.
Yep.
So it was supposed
nice and early.
It was supposed to be 9 a.m. It's 8 a.m. tomorrow. Don't miss it. Reset your alarms. You cannot miss this.
Early bird gets the worm, and in this case, gets all the amazing games because we're gonna have kick-ass matches all the way through. Infi is waiting for his opponent here. At the moment, it seems to be LawLiet, but it might be Chaemiko.
Yeah. Once again, our bracket here. Fly Fortitude to open the day. Infi versus the winner of this game. Mikhail versus 1-2-0 in a classy Clash of the Generations Undead Mirror. And Moon versus Wufajan.
There's so many opportunities there for big upsets and great personal accomplishments and storylines. WFZ could kick out Moon and Fortitude could kick out Fly after having done it to Lin and Focus. That is a crazy underdog story.
Yeah, can you please clip this and send it to myself like 1 week prior to this? Unbelievable. Things are happening here that no one could expect. And as I said before, well, we're loading into the game. Chaemiko, trailing, facing elimination. LawLiet, 1 map away from the playoffs, and the best t-shirt in all of WGL history.
The trophy still in their mind's eye. This is what it's all about. But for now, the players will have to focus on Last Refuge, especially Chaemiko will trailing. This is his map. And, well, what do we see here at the very beginning? LawLiet.
He's playing a Warden, dude.
Going for a greedy creep camp at the Merchant. That usually is considered a little dangerous.
A little? This is almost suicidal. Can be punished real hard.
I guess against human you can afford it the most. because AM usually never wants to harass right away. Against Undead and Orc, this is definitely suicidal. Perhaps even in the mirror. Archmage.
Yeah, he's doing it. He's doing it! We haven't seen it plenty of times. It is a rarity. LR and the Warden. He can't let go. She made him so proud and jolly on Terrana's stand, so continue. Continue this way. Will Chaemiko afford this? Can he punish this? Can he scout this?
I kind of like this opening a lot. I'm not so sold on the Warden on this map, but I like seeing the Keeper triple hero as well. But if you're going to play a Warden, I think this is the way to do it. Go for the greedy Ancient of War creep first, before the human is trying to play aggressive on level 2. And then maybe with a second Ancient of War, you can creep the green camps after.
Pulling out the creep, LawLiet blocking it in full anticipation of this move. More damage towards the footman. Did the spells reset? Doesn't seem like it. But so much time for the creep now.
That would have been painful if the AI was back to normal, but no boulders here, so it's okay. LawLiet investing a lot into this creeping. This is a double, perhaps triple Whisper pair. Oh, and the Ancient of Wonders, of course, the shop down there to creep the green.
Yeah, it is. It's pretty similar to how you creep on Northern Isles. Or how you can creep here on Northern Isles.
Yeah, Northern Isles, he didn't show the Warden in a long time. There's mostly seemingly Keeper once again, but yeah, we saw that by him before. Well, the last boots for the AM. Definitely not what he was hoping for. Nope. The Warden with the heal potion. That's a nice find. Oh, but so does the Footy find something nice down here. Pulls in the creeps and cancel the shop.
Not bad. Slows down the Warden. Is this super early fan of knives harass? It absolutely is. Big heal potion? Is the base blocked? Looks like it. No tower here yet. And Chaemiko on one base.
The Shadow Meld Warden here, super annoying.
Yeah. Warden is surrounded. Might be forced into blink, but LawLiet steals the Berserker.
Very good for LawLiet. More firepower against the enemy army, and also very good for creeping.
Wow. Brutal. Is there one more fan of knives? He can wait a little.
Oh, he just walks out?
He's blocking the footman. Okay, there's reveal. At least forced a little bit of blink.
The archers and the berserkers should be able to creep up fairly well now. The green camp, that is, I believe, not quite enough for level 3 Warden, but it should be very close.
Wow. So, how used is Chaemiko to playing a Warden on LR? How much does he have to change his initial game plan?
Yeah, we have seen pushes in the past with an Alchemist Rifle Caster attacking before the Warden is too powerful. Blasted again to LawLiet. He doesn't seem to be making mistakes in this series. Not yet.
Still Moon Juice to be used. And that should be the Archmage gone kind of soon. Another mercenary falling. One tower defend coming in now. But rough game. Like, Chaemiko's having no fun today.
LawLiet is looking bulletproof. He's got really good openings. He's got strong reactions and amazing creeping. The level 3 Warden is always there when he needs it. The Ancient of War, by the way, over at the Merchant, may want to consider eating through the trees soon. You see that quite a bit. Going to the tavern. Is it Naga time? Warden Naga, fairly popular nowadays.
Yeah, there she is. Alchemist on Chaemiko's side. Does he want to establish his triple hero combo again? There's no chance for an expansion against this, right?
Especially with the peasants going down earlier. Chaemiko's lumber is looking real rough. Shop coming. If LawLiet here goes for a few dryads, his focus fire potential is outstanding with that Naga. Doesn't have the Shadow Strike actually. So it's not that powerful as it sometimes can be. Warden blinks into the back, takes out more footies, and there's quite a few more hurt over here. She can run down a few more, at the very least one, and that heal potion was absolutely worth being used right there, I believe. Wow.
Okay, what's he want to do? Rifle casters against the Warden, huh? That's the plan. Tier 3 on the way. LawLiet, of course, also on one base. Can't afford all the consumables he would love to have. At least not yet. Oh, acid bomb right click. Not bad. Having a lot of dusts. I like that too.
He forced the next charge there. That was the last one, but also it's daytime now for a long time. So no Moon Juice regen. No more Shadow Melt for quite a while. But Tier 3 is coming in for LawLiet. I wonder if he's going to go any Dryads at all or just straight Bears. Both are possible. Moonstone. If this Naga gets to level 3 for LawLiet, he's going to have some dangerous AoE abilities.
Absolutely. Fan of Knives against the casters in the back. Fork Lightning against the rifles. Replenishment Potion on the Alchemist. Of course, there's Heal Spray against it. So if you get the Alchemist to a high level, there's no Demon Hunter against it. Could be an addition later. But then usually should be accompanied by a Blood Mage, and then you lose that mana battle. Chaemiko finds him here on the high ground. Can't prevent level 2 though.
Could just go for a Zeb, right? Yeah.
Oh, Lagarino! Baccarino! The Ancient is gone, but that's not too bad.
That's the push.
Yep.
The boys have been called. Militia on their way. This is all in. Chaemiko is going all in.
If he fails that push, he's gonna be eliminated once again, and the Warden greets the police with the Fan of Knives. There's very limited mana on the Alchemist. How is he supposed to do that?
Oh, the Warden finding more kills. Takes out 3 peasants there very fast. She's low HP now, but guess what? Bears are ready. We saw no Dryads. We have the Bears now with a rejuve. And an AP already in position.
Cheeky tower position.
The thing is, you can see up there with the Zeppelin.
You can also shoot this down, yep. LawLiet used his hero, like, each hero once, and this push seems destroyed.
Yeah, this is not looking like it's gonna work.
Didn't even use a bear yet. There's Roar. Mana is okay at 50%. Chaemiko biting his lip. Sees, okay, this is not working.
Yeah, he just exhaled heavily as well. Knows he's in trouble. LawLiet patient. Waiting for more supply, not overextending. Popping a few moonstones. This army just looks laughable.
Absolutely. A couple of footmen still there, a couple of Sorgs. He skipped Dryad, so there's not too much to spell, but it's just a matter of time. 5 supply down. You can't really overwhelm. A little bit of sustain from the Alchemist. There's still a heal scroll, so he can stay a bit. But Fork Lightning, and that was the heal scroll. And that's almost all the mana.
Oh, Warden this time, though, in serious trouble, has to TP.
Nice Illu block by Chaemiko. Really well done. He's trying everything. Resilient, as so many players here when they face elimination. There's still Moon
Now
Juice.
come the Wisps. Ready to detonate aggressively or repair. Trying to repair the AP, but that one falls.
Another attempt for the tower in the upper right. Okay, building something here. Oh, that detonate! Water elementals in range as well. Ouch, ouch, ouch. This hurts.
Everything's burned. No mana anymore. No slow. Barely any heal. No more heal spray, certainly. That lumber mill will not finish, and the bears...
In typical Chaemiko style. Trying to save himself, hiding behind lumber mills. It's daytime for a little bit. Moon juice is still dry.
Opal Venom given over to the Naga. I like that. She has an easier time spreading the poison. Could go for a second Opal Venom kind of soon. It's going to be ready in the shop again before long.
Chaemiko is trying
push so far
hard.
only killed the altar and the AP.
Yeah.
Not that.
There's
Not
no
that painful.
There's no expansion on the back of things. He's trying a shop now. Will be cancelled rather quickly as well. Saving all the mana for the Fork Lightning with the Venom Orbs. Archers are a little bit blocking for the bears, but he fixed that now as well. We do have a staff for this one bear. No, not much slow. Thanks to the detonate. Just as in DreamHack Summer when LawLiet won that tournament. The detonates are so good. Level 4 now. Is he just going for the Alchemist and kill? He's finding the angles now. He's getting multiple attacks on one target. That's what you want.
One with level 4 can blink very easily now. Chasing after the human. Chaemiko has to TP out. This push didn't win him the game. And now he's stuck on bad tech. And mediocre heroes.
What's the next plan? What's plan B? Or plan C, maybe? Creep a little. Get level 3. Get another heal scroll. Hope on a mana potion, but it's an invo potion. And LawLiet is just like Morpheus in Matrix. Come at me.
Could easily creep the Merc Camp now. Get a level up there on the Naga. Get a big item. Get a second Orb of Venom. It's looking great for LawLiet, but he's playing it really safe. He's not even creeping right now. He doesn't want to lose any HP as it seems. Until I say it, of course, and then he moves out.
For sure. I really like how many players are trying everything to turn games around. Like even these lumber mill blocks didn't finish them, but for the moment threw LawLiet off a bit. Like, hey man, what's that? What are you doing?
First Mountain Giant is cute, by the way. Mountain Giant with upgrades is crazy strong against tier 2 human. Well, against tier 2 anything, really.
That's where their tier 3 upgrade is necessary to really work. But the upgrades are coming too. 3 heal scrolls plus level 2 heal spray. The sustain is ready. But is the rest?
And again, LawLiet patient. Not going in before he has to. And now we have the Mountain Giant.
Okay. With taunt, he's getting so much attention. Will we see more wisps? Not yet. But it's only one water elemental remaining. He's never forgetting about a bear. Always healing. Always the good staff. That acid bomb was real nice. And he can take care of the bears, maybe. But what about the rest? What about the heroes? What about the Mountain Giant? LawLiet has had enough. He's breaking upkeep.
Got the Naga level 3 now. And the double staff, by the way, to save these bears. Great micro on them as well. Just waiting for the Fog Lightning. It's going to hurt pretty bad. Hits mostly the peasants. Those are taken out right away. Wisp coming in for the flank once again. Detonating into the back. Lots of mana drained. Hardly anything left on these Sorks.
It's time to end this. That's LawLiet statement engagement here. Full mana. Mountain Giant out. Let's go. We played long enough. 15 supply lead. Not overcommitting though.
Always chipping away a little bit, forcing mana, draining HP, and LawLiet here with the Moonwells can always replenish fairly well while it is still nighttime. Nighttime is not going to be lasting too much longer, but LawLiet is getting stronger and stronger.
Not really close to level ups. Archmage level 4 would be helpful. None of these players is killing too much. It's just draining in mana and HP. There was 2 heal scrolls already with that 1 engagement. Maybe LawLiet wasn't ready for the heal scrolls, but maybe now he is. Last bit of mana, Fork Lightning rattling through. And there's more mana for the Warden. 4.5. Oh, needs a blink, gets the blink. Last heal scroll used.
Double MG taunt, doing a great job. LawLiet, I think he hasn't lost anything in like 5 minutes now. His army's just growing more and more.
Seriously, right? The XP for Chaemiko. It's not moving into any direction.
Blink fan, time and time again. Alchemist is doing his best to keep up with the healing. Very hard, of course, for Chaemiko to manage all of this with the kiting constantly. The taunts on top has to be ready for these AoEs to come in. Needs the heal scrolls. He needs so many things. And I don't think he has them.
Mana is very limited, but still good damage with Orb. Alchemist low, Archmage low, Army in trouble, and LawLiet just moving forward. Now he's brave enough with an almost 20 supply lead and a little bit of crowd control. Chaemiko's scratching every single piece of mana together for that 1 heal spray. But it's only a 50 supply army. Fork Lightning fan. Oh, there was another heal scroll. For a second at least.
Oh, 1 bear's gonna die.
Oh,
finally! Finally something going down. But Chaemiko is losing so much in return.
Yeah, now the mountain giants are close. There was the last consumable. Invo potion was used already. And guess what? The Warden is back with full mana. Getting her into control is wonderful. Fan of knives. Fireworks to end it. Does Chaemiko have the resources to buy him back? Doesn't seem like it. The next fan is coming. GG! LawLiet showing who's the real boss between the 2 Koreans. 2-0 after this long and excruciating battle in the Winter Bracket semi-final. Standard re-established. 2 Night Elves in the top 8. And that is Moon and LawLiet.
So we're not too far off the perfect race distribution. The orcs here, unfortunately, or surprisingly, I guess, only one of them in the race when it was predicted that a lot more would be making it through. It's only Fly, Focus, and Lin the Koreans don't make it, but LawLiet does. We were all surprised when he lost to WFZ. That was certainly quite the upset. But in the lower bracket, he shows up to play with a Warden on Terranas, which we expected, and a Warden as well on Last Refuge, which was just perfectly done.
Whew. Lots of pressure on LawLiet, but he showed that he is a world-class player, that he withstands this pressure, not shaken at all. Great game plan, great execution, and after the Ascension of War creep wasn't cancelled at the Merchant, there was almost no doubt who's gonna win this. Chaemiko's game plan was out the window. He had to improvise. That tier 2 tower push was a neat idea. The position is always okay when you can block against the bears, but double AoE is very, very strong if you have it. Alchemist doesn't provide too much damage, and once a mountain giant is out, that's really rough. Poor Chaemiko. But again, not a top 8 performance for him. He wanted to get 1 round further than Sok. He did that. Kind of, technically.
Yeah. Rank, what is that? 9 to 12 or whatever?
Yeah.
That is unfortunately not in the prize money rankings. It's only the top 8 here who will be receiving part of the big prize purse, which is still being increased by community contributions, by the way. The lion's share of that will go to our champion at the end of this tournament on Sunday. We're going to determine who that's going to be. And who is it going to be indeed? LawLiet making a strong case for himself, looking really strong today after surprisingly losing to WFZ before.
True. Oh man. The bracket for the final 2 days of WGL. It's ready after all the results of the day. Fly, Fortitude, Infi, LawLiet, Mikhail 120, and Moon WFZ. Not easy for no one. Got a couple of underdogs here. WFZ, Mikhail, Fortitude. And then we got the champions. We got Moon We got 1-0. DreamHack Fall Asia Champion. LawLiet DreamHack Summer Asia Champion. Infi current reigning champion. And Fly World Cyber Games Champion.
Yeah, lots of great matches coming tomorrow. Especially Infi LawLiet. Dude, I am so curious what that's gonna be.
Yeah.
LawLiet can study the replays or the games that Infi played against Moon. Infi can study the games that LawLiet played against Chaemiko. And they were practicing, weren't they? Ahead of this tournament.
Yeah, exactly. Practice partners going against each other. This is not gonna be easy at all. We get, of course, we're waiting for the winner interview that we will have with LawLiet. Can WFZ, Mikhail, Fortitude get one round further as the big upsets? Of course, unfortunate, the first Gold League with Western participation where we don't have anyone in the playoffs. It's the end of an era, a little bit. But Foggy had such a tough group. Unbelievable.
Yeah. It's a hiatus of an era. We're gonna come back, Neil. We're gonna come back stronger than ever. When it's gonna be offline again and Foggy can play his very best, I'm sure we're gonna see him return.
Was a little bit of a miracle that he made it last time, to be honest. That was so crazy against WFZ.
Oh man. The day belongs to LawLiet, to him and his countryman Moon, and Mikhail, and also Fortitude from China, who bolsters the ranks. 5 Chinese, 3 Koreans. It's been a while since we saw that.
The Chinese streak ended today with Xiaokai losing to Mikhail, but oh boy, are they strong, especially Fortitude. Can he kill 3 orcs in a row? Can he go into his second WGL semi-final? It's phenomenal how players can apparently come out of nowhere and perform so well.
Really
Again.
fun to see.
How late tomorrow? 8 a.m. Central European Time. It's on our homepage, backtowarcraft.com. There's also a time zone converter. If you are not from the Central European Time Zone, our homepage will translate that for you. Also, Liquipedia has all the information. We thank everyone who updates this. Pence. Who else is involved? Probably Stoker, because Stoker God. Demon. All the greats. What would we be without Liquipedia? Nothing. Pretty much.
And we lived through years without Liquipedia. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
Like this is such an essential resource nowadays.
I still have my Excel sheets from back in the day, dude. Multiple gigabytes of Warcraft 3 tournament results in Excel sheets.
It's like thinking back to a life before Twitter and Discord and Reddit.
How could someone possibly live without Twitter?
It doesn't work. How does that even work?
I don't know, man.
Doesn't work anymore, boys. LawLiet, what's he gonna have to say to us? Must be proud of his performance today. That looked terrifyingly strong. In 2 very different games as well. Terran Stand, a pure macro game, and high harass game, and then also a very stronghold LawLiet, deservingly on our topic.
Okay. Winner interview, we have once again the support of Vengolia and Wong, and LawLiet finally having a smile on his face again. Congratulations. Thank you, thank you.
LawLiet 却以2-0这个比较轻松的战胜了他。为什么能做到这样轻松的胜利？是因为赛前充分的准备吗？
상대방 체미코 선수가 휴먼을 잘 사용하고 있는 선수지 않습니까? 근데 오늘 또 이렇게 2대 0으로 이겼는데 사전에 로라 선수가 준비를 잘 하신 건가요?
일단 제가 이번에 대회 준비하면서 사실 다른 종족보다는
So, Chaemiko is a pretty strong human, but it seemed like today it was a rather easy win for you. How was that, and how did you do that?
거기가 굉장히 춥다고 하더라고요. 그래서 본인이 컨디션 관리가 조금 어려운 게 제가 오늘 이기게 된 계기가 아닌가 싶습니다.
是的，我为准备这次比赛的话，尤其是跟这个人族的对战，准备了很多。可能近80%的选手的话，最少打了100多盘。 另外一个原因的话，可能今天 Chaemiko
I was
刚好
very well prepared,
原来我们俩是住一起的，他那屋子可能他家那边有点冷，所以可能
especially for human.
的状态。
好，那么在刚才的第二局比赛当中啊，其实Warden 的这个首发并不是一个特别
Practiced at least 100 games.
其实也当时猜他可能不会用 Warden，
That is one afternoon in Hitman time.
为什么像在第二盘又是用 Warden 来首发？是之前就制定好的战术吗？
Also,
아까 그 두 번째 경기에서 이제 보통 워든을 잘 사용하지 않는 거지 않습니까? 그리고 이제 그
as a former roommate,
원래는
I know that his room is a little chilly.
메이지로
Maybe that affected his micro as well.
이렇게 사용을 하셨는지.
Probably.
체미코 선수가 제가 키퍼 아니면은
On the second map, Last Refuge, we don't see the Warden
사냥을 먼저 이제
too often
사냥을 먼저 하는데
from Night Elf players.
그걸 노리고 워든으로 빠르게
When and why did you decide to
충분히 가능성이 있을 것 같아서
pick the Warden on LR?
한번 그렇게 한번 시도를 해봤습니다.
因为我估计到对方可能认为我首发的英雄要么是这个 KOG， 或者是其他像这个 Demon Hunter 式的英雄，所以我就应该来一个出其不意，所以准备了一下 Warden， 感觉效果比较好，而且容易上到2级之后的话会有很大的一个压力。
I expected that he goes for a Keeper of the Grove or the Demon Hunter. So I wanted to sidestep that and played Warden first.
知道整活这个名字是谁取的吗？然后他知道整活的意思吗？
세 번째 질문은 그 네티즌이 이제 적은 겁니다. 이제 본인의 그 중국어 아이디를 그 정호라고 워프 정호라고 사용하셨는데 그 뜻에 대해서 혹시 잘 알고 계시는지?
네, 일단은 제가
And our beloved fan question.
그 랭킹이 높아서 서치가 안 걸려가지고 하나 새로 만들 때 닉네임 항상 짓는
Is regarding the nickname on NetEase, because it's Chinese signs. If he knows what that means.
알고 있습니다. 어떤 뜻인지.
是的，因为原来我的 ID 它这个排行比较高，不好匹配相应的这个选手，所以我就托我一个朋友在重新认证一个 ID 的时候，让他帮我取一个名字，因为取一个名字实在是太难了。他刚开始取这个名字的时候，我就是没太明白到底是什么意思。现在吧，好像稍微懂那么一点。
好的，其实整活是一个褒义词了。OK， 那么现在已经进入到8强了，但是8强里面中国选手有5位，然后韩国选手只有3位。那 LawLiet 有多少的信心来帮助这个韩国的选手把这个奖杯拿回韩国？
네, 이번 8강 경기에 중국 선수들이
My first account on NetEase
한국 선수가 이제 3명 들어왔습니다.
is so good and ranked so high that the matchmaking kind of sucks for me. And it takes forever to find games. So I asked a friend to make me a new account. And that's it.
문 선수 만나고 싶지 않았는데 1등이건 2등이건 결국은 두 선수를 만나더라고요. 그래서 8강에서 4강 가는 것도 어려울 것
Coming up with a name is hard.
노력해서 저도
Everything is always so hard for LawLiet.
我看到这次无论输赢，肯定得遇到这个 Evie 还有这个 Moon 选手，所以两个。
But yeah, I know a little what that means.
想遭遇的。既然是这样的一个。
In the playoffs, we got 5 Chinese, only 3 Koreans. Are you confident to bring the championship back to Korea? Well, I know that I will face Infi and Moon in the future. Wait, is that right?
明天呢，其实比赛已经来到第2阶段了，也就是我们的单败淘汰的8进4的比赛，每场都是BO5。
I don't really want to face them, but I will try hard and bring back the trophy to Korea. Alright, so our playoffs here again. Fly Fortitude, 1-0 Mikael, Infi LawLiet, and WFZ Moon. Thank you, Wong. Thank you, Vangolia, for the translations. Really, really cool that we can do that pretty much simultaneously now. You guys stepped it up big time for the Winter Edition. Much love. We have a couple of new subs here as well. Kitty Man, 3-month resub, and Frisbee Eater with 100 bits. Much love, guys. Of course, feel free to support this channel in any way you can. Everything is much appreciated. Subs here on Twitch or donations via Streamlabs or buying merchandise. We kind of relying on your support here, as this is not a sponsored event by any means. And everything is much appreciated. Let everybody know that tomorrow is WGL playoffs. Round of 8, quarterfinal, $68,000 on the line. We've got the best players in the world playing on netties for the crown of Warcraft. And we're going to start at 8 a.m. Central European time.
Nice and early. Be here. Don't miss it. It's going to be epic games, perhaps some great upsets and crazy storylines. And just the best Warcraft in the world. The group stage was amazing already, and it's getting even better.
Absolutely. Can't wait for that. Would love to fall asleep, but wake up again now. But of course, not possible. Support your favorite content creators. Send them a nice line that you appreciate them. They will be very, very happy about that. Enjoy the rest of the evening. There's probably more Warcraft here on Twitch. We're going to host someone cool. Glad you are with us, and see you tomorrow.